Today's podcast is brought to you by a company who we have been using for years and takes up significant shelf space inside of our own kitchen. Biosteel Sports Nutrition.
It was a product created out of necessity 8 years ago and is trusted by athletes like Connor McDavid, Tyler Seguin, Brooke Henderson, Rosie MacLennan, and Andrew Wiggins.
They're really a leader in sports drinks for everyone from professional athletes to everyday champions.
Understand something, guys. Nothing worth ever having in this world comes easy.
Do what these champions doing if you're going to be a champion.
You control your outcome.
Who am I?
I'm a champion.
What up, champions, and welcome back to a brand new Biosteel Breakdown. As always, I'm your host, Adrian, with my co-host,
Sylvie.
And we're back, and we're breaking stuff down, right?
We are.
If it's your first time being here, welcome to the show. We drop one of these every Friday. If you're a long-time listener, thank you so much. We appreciate the loyalty, and it's awesome to have this championship community. So, and if you're commenting, maybe do that. Give us a hashtag championship community. We'll make that popular, I guess. It's a good one. Today's topic's a big one because I think it's probably all major cities, but I feel like Toronto in particular loves to go out to eat. And maybe it's because we came from smaller towns where it was less common. And then also, I think about our families growing up. There was so many of us. It's like 3 kids each at home. And so going out to eat was probably pretty expensive, I can imagine. But we love to go out to eat. Tio loves to go out to eat. So today's topic is about going out to eat and how you can keep living that championship nutrition even when you're at the restaurant with friends.
Yeah.
So it's all you. Take the ball, run with it.
Yeah, so we're going to break it down. It's something that I deal with on a daily basis with clients and then just in general conversations about nutrition because everyone's busy and the preparation time has decreased over the years with a lot of options in terms of quick, healthy meals, which is great. But we also want to know what to do when we go out to a restaurant and we want to stick to our nutrition plan and not indulge in all the things. So I'm going to go through my top 7 tips on how to be healthy and eat out at the same time. So number 1 is to plan ahead. So this just takes a little bit of awareness on your part, and the issue with eating out a lot of the time is it's just last minute and there's not a lot of planning that goes into it. And a couple meals before that might not be great as well. So it becomes a string of unhealthy eating habits with lack of preparation and lack of planning. So when I'm saying planning, it just means that, okay, if I'm going out to dinner on Thursday, I'm going to prep, food for that day so that I'm not eating all of my meals out on Thursday. And I, have a healthy lunch where I'm getting, protein, healthy fats, lots of veggies, and, even doing things like having a healthy smoothie before you go out so you're not you're not starving when you go out to eat and you eat all the appetizers and then dessert and alcohol and all the things. So
perfect.
Plan ahead, number 1. Number 2 is investigate the menu. So this is something that I go over with my clients all the time is do a little research. If you know where you're going out to eat ahead of time, which a lot of the time you will, maybe a day advance, maybe the day of, but try to investigate the menu a bit and see if there are things that fit within, your healthy eating plan. And that way you can start to make up your mind about what to eat beforehand. When you're in that impulsive moment when the waitress is asking you, waitress or waiter is asking you, you can sometimes get into the habit of just picking something. And automatically sometimes that can be poor choices.
You panic and get the mac and cheese because your friend got it.
Because it's the mac and cheese, right? So that actually takes me to my next point. One of the big tips that I tell clients to do is take the lead on ordering first. So peer pressure and social situations can get you in a lot of trouble when your friend's ordering nachos, but you are ready to order the salad and now you're in on the nachos. So I always say to, take the lead. People will follow if they want to follow, but at least you make that decision for yourself and it's not based on peer pressure and social situations and that type of thing. So order first for the table, set the tone. And then, like I said, usually people want to make healthy choices. It's just not always in the cards if a lot of people around you are ordering the nachos and the chicken wings. Number 4, choose your indulgences. So I talk about this a lot. The thing with eating out is you can get into the habit again of having, the appetizers plus the indulgent main course plus the dessert plus the alcohol. And then you've indulged in a very large meal, a lot larger than maybe what you would have at home, whereas you might just make one big meal as opposed to the appetizers and the dessert. So, if it's the wine that you want with the steak, have the wine. But when you have the wine with the dessert and with the appetizers, this is where we get that added amount of caloric intake that just becomes a lot, and then we can feel really heavy afterwards. So choose your indulgences, know what you like, and if you do choose to indulge on a couple things at the table, that's okay too. Number 5 is one meal at a time. So don't think, oh, since I, had this indulgent meal, that it's going to mean that my next meal is indulgent. And we get in this string of guilt where, it can be one meal leading to the next. This happens on vacation and, traveling, and it's like, I'll get back on track. And essentially, we don't ever want to use that term back on track. It's just something that, okay, I had this meal, it's done, let's move on. And so the next meal can also be healthy. So take it one meal at a time. That's number 5. Number 6 is take time at the table. So a lot of the time, when you're cooking and prepping food at home, the time that goes into it. If you're not cooking your own meals and prep your own meals at home, what happens is you can just indulge really quickly, and then the meal's done and you can eat a lot faster, and digestion is compromised when we eat really fast and we don't chew our food. So try to chew your food 10 bites at a time. I know that sounds like a lot, but it will help with digestive enzymes. It will help with all of the digestive processes that we have to go through naturally to help us to assist to assimilate our nutrients, use the nutrients that we're taking in from our food.
And then,
go
ahead.
I was
going to say, and then also socially, if we're talking about how food is connection and family, taking your time to have slow food is so valuable for the quality of the meal.
Absolutely.
So the wine tastes so good in Spain because you were in Spain, probably with someone that you care about.
Right. Yeah. So taking time to actually enjoy the meal, having social interactions, putting your fork down in between bites. Like, this is a big problem that we have in North America. Everything's so rushed and we don't put our fork down. It's like once the meal is on the table, we don't breathe, and it's over. Right?
Going in.
Yeah. So take time to enjoy it. And this way, when you slow down and you eat your food in more timely manner, what happens is you're able to, again, just enjoy the process as opposed to getting caught up in just the outcome, which is finishing the meal. So take time and chew your food, slow down. And last but not least, this is probably not surprising, but one of the major tips from a ordering perspective is to load up on veggies. So get the salad plus the steamed vegetables, the grilled vegetables. The fiber in the vegetables will fill you up. I like to start with salads. I know that's not the Italian way of doing it, but it's good because it makes you fill up on more fiber, and you're not going to, possibly make poor choices when it comes to all the extras. So the things that don't fill us up as much, which is, refined carbohydrates, bread, that type of thing. That's why the bread bowl's there. So the bread bowl, you just want more.
The East Side Mario's, all you can eat.
All you can eat. Yeah. So load up on veggies, get the side salad, ask for very simple toppings, sauces on the side. So oil and vinegars, your classic dressing that's not going to add a ton of calories, and it's healthy. You're getting good quality fats. So keep it super simple. And remember that restaurants will modify things. So if you are following a, specific plan that you want to stick to, having a simple conversation with the wait staff can be really beneficial, and it can make you feel good about going out to eat and not this dread or guilt that you're falling off the wagon or not following, a specific plan. So they will, add more salt, more oil, all of that stuff. So giving them a little bit of direction can be very helpful.
I love it. It's perfect.
Top 7 tips.
Top 7 tips for eating out, keeping on track, not getting back on track.
Keeping on track. Keeping on.
Just sticking with it. That's amazing.
Yeah. We also have we will be at the CanFit Pro in Toronto tomorrow. We should mention that.
Today, actually. Well, when this drops, we drop these on Friday. So if you're listening to this today, we'll be at the CanFit Pro with Biosteel, part of the Biosteel breakdown. Feel free to come by, check us out, say hello. We would love to hear from you.
Yes.
We really, really would. We're in this unique stage right now where we're growing and we can meet as many of our fans as possible. So please come on by. We'd love to see you. Anything else?
That's it. Oh, and we always want your feedback. So let us know what you want us to break down.
Awesome. And guys, as always, head over to biosteel.com. Use the code word
Champ Lifestyle, capital C, capital L.
Get 15% off everything they have to offer. If you come by the CanFit Pro, maybe you can sample a few products. I'm sure there'll be a few of them there.
Absolutely.
So that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you for your support as always, and we'll see you next week.